It's been a long time now. We've been friends for 10 plus years now. Well, sometime before Mixed Martial started, so sometime either junior year in high school, and it was probably through Peter James. Yeah, or Kameng. So yeah, maybe you could refresh my memory if you do know.
Yes. I met Jonah on the UW Oshkosh campus with my brother, Pete, and it was either at South Scott or Evans Hall, and that was a long ass time ago, so I don't really remember.
Well, we met about 12 to 13 years ago back in high school. We didn't get to know each other well until our later years in high school. We spent study hall together, and we got to know each other pretty well. And we had some pretty deep conversation. We talked about life, we talked about girls, we talked about cars, we talked about life after college. Our friendship just grew from there.
I met Jonah in high school. Ailey introduced us, I believe, and I would go to Jonah's house to borrow Dragon Ball Z VHS tapes, and we would talk about DBZ, and every week I would go and exchange tapes and watch more. And that's really what I remember most from first meeting Jonah, and we really just became brothers in college.
It was probably at A's place, since A and Jonah lived across the street from each other. Most likely, back in 2006, around the same time, I met the other guys, the rest of the guys that we still hang around with now to this day. So.
How did I meet Jonah? I think it was just middle school through friends and classes.
Jonah, I don't remember when we first met. Could be at HSU meeting, at UW Oshkosh, could be at you laying their party. If you remember, man, let me know, because I don't.
First time I met Doug was when A invited him over to A's house, and then we all headed out to Red Granite.
I met Jonah at Reeve Union for a Hmong Student Union meeting. He was sitting in the back with Austin, and that's how I met Jonah.
How did I first meet him? I was new to school, 4th or 5th grade. During recess, he was getting beat up by a bunch of girls. Not many of you know this, but I pretty much saved his life that day. Just kidding. We bonded over Garfield the cat and wrestling.
I remember meeting Jonah back in my white days when I was dating my white girl. We were at Jesse's ex-girlfriend's house, or girlfriend at that time, Michelle's house in Fond du Lac. I don't know what kind of party we were doing. I think it was New Year's, Christmas, or something like that. I remember still snow out, and we were partying, and then I met Jonah and Austin for the first time that night.
I know we just went to the same middle school. But then high school came along. I think we just got to become more closer, and we just became better friends and become better brothers.
How did I meet Jonah? That's in middle school. That's when we met.
When did I meet Jonah? I believe I met Jonah in middle school. Maybe earlier. Don't remember. It's been a long time. James Madison. Didn't really know him back then. I think he was with a white boy. Got washed a little bit. Might have been. So that's probably why.
So I'm pretty sure I met Jonah at the Oshkosh apartment. God, that was a long time ago. Had to been 10 years ago. I think that's how we met. Maybe. Who knows? I have no idea, actually.
It was during Christmas. You were working the holiday hours at Target, and I believe it was me, Long, and Tuya. We went shopping, and as we were checking out, I go, man, who's that? Who's that guy right there, man? And I believe Long was like, oh, that's Jonah. He goes to East. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, it's cool.
I met Jonah back in high school with David. It was probably a random house party. I'm not sure exactly whose house party it was.
First time we met, probably as kids, and then we kind of forgot each other, and then as we got older, we just kind of fell back and knowing each other. Probably first time was probably we're all gonna go hang out at Red Granite that summer, and then Nuji was over, and then you guys came along. We went to Red Granite, we all went swimming, and that's when Nuji took a shit by the rock, and we all saw him.
The Christmas party a couple years back, where you had all of us play the blindfolded game and to guess what was in the fish tank, and you gave me the dead rats, and that was definitely unexpected, but I know it's all good for fun, so it was good times.
One memorable moment with Jonah was probably Halloween 2008 at Timbuktu, where we packed the building. That was awesome, and the DJ sets were amazing. I don't remember it, but you know what? It was just a really great night.
It would actually be this past summer when we went to Lollapalooza together, me, Jonah, Peter, and Austin, and we went wakeboarding together on Lake Michigan and just having a blast together and creating a new memory, and how he was swimming in my pee.
I'm wearing this shirt because of you, man. This is just saying. Yeah. I'm doing that because it reminds me, not just because it's nostalgic, it's also because if you remember this, in one of the spring terms I took a class and I borrowed a bunch of your movies because I had like a 3-hour class, and then I just kind of did nothing but borrowed your movies and watched Dragon Ball Z for like forever. So thank you for that. If you don't remember that, I do. Help me out through college as well.
It's been a while since we hung out, so I'm gonna cheat on this one a little bit, and I'm just gonna let him know that I'm grateful for what he's done for the group. I think we wouldn't have this Secret Santa if he hadn't helped organize some of the past Secret Santas. So I remember that.
Honestly, I don't really have just one. Me and Jonah, we've gone to a few EDCs together. Let's see, some shows together. I think based off of those, I think those were some of the memorable moments that we had together. I can't just name one of them.
My most memorable moment of Jonah was one night after a foam party at Epic in Minnesota, and we were walking to the car, and Jonah's limping, and of course we're all soaking wet because of the foam party, but Jonah's limping to the car, and we all look at each other, me, Brian, Austin, a few others, and we're like, Jonah, what's wrong? And he's like, I was crumping too hard. and he's limping, holding his knee all the way to the car because he slipped and fell while he was crumping too hard in a dance battle.
Will have to be Seven Alliance 2 years ago. Had an amazing time, had a blast, stepped out of my comfort zone, and he made it comfortable and he welcomed me. So it was amazing. I had a fun time.
Yeah, for me, it's probably got to be the fishing tournament during our camping trip back in '09. He wasn't talking smack out loud. He was catching fish left and right. And every time he would catch a fish, he'd, give you one of these, like, just head nods, and, he was talking shit in his head. He wasn't saying out loud, but he was talking mad shit in his head. So, until the, actual day of the fishing tournament, when, everybody else was catching fish other than Jonah. So yeah, Jonah, you definitely got skunked that day.
I will probably have to say EDC Chicago was the best time I had. My first experience there. We went together. It was great. Hung out with lots of other people. And then one time we went to the bathroom, the porta potty, and you couldn't find us for a while. And then he took off for us for about a couple hours, and then he came back again, just smiling, saying you're dancing with some girls and stuff like that. That was probably a good time.
I'd have to say, Hov and Eminem, Detroit.
When we went to the cage, and it was, I was like the youngest person in the group, so everybody got in except for me. It wasn't just Jonah; everybody was there too, but everybody got in. And I was like probably one of the last person, and then they let me in. They looked at my ID and they let me in. And then I ran as soon as I got in. I ran to Jonah and the guys. I'm like, "We got to go tonight!" And then I got in, and it was a fun night. And then we started partying.
I do remember this one time we started cooking breakfast at 9 a.m. It was pancakes, sausage, and bacon, and we didn't eat till 12 o'clock. Yeah, it was a good time.
I think the most thing I remember of Jonah here, it would go way back into high school. I believe he was one of those smart kids, always did his homework, so he would always let us copy him, unlike other kids, aka Tony. Alright, you all remember that guy, okay?
My most memorable time would have to be when he rolled off my roof and still got fucking shit in his ankle, but good times.
No, that's a good question. I don't know if I don't know if there is one. No, Jonah, we've had all great times together. They've all been memorable in their own right. But if I were to say which one would be the most memorable, Jonah, it's probably the next one.
My most memorable moment with Jonah would probably have to be Dream State. When we went to California, it was me, Papang, Komang, and Jonah. It was just my first time traveling to California, and I had a really good time.
I do remember one time when you and I, we formed the PJs, the group, the PJs. The P standing for Put Out, the J's standing for, obviously, you and I, Jonah and James. And we went to Fazoli's, had a good time, went back to her place, got introduced to the Orange Couch. I think her sister sang us some songs, or we sang her songs. I don't know how it went down, but yeah, PJs for life, man. PJs for life.
One of the most memorable things that we did was back in high school during our senior year, we went on our senior trip to Six Flags. As the day was coming to an end, we were supposed to go back to the bus so we can actually all go back home. But then I saw Jonah. I'm like, "Hey, Jonah, do you want to go back on the Batman and go for one last time?" He's like, "Okay, yeah, let's do it." So we get to the Batman ride, and as expected, there's no one there. We hop onto the roller coaster, then up and down and around the loops we go. Once the ride finishes, we get off the ride. I look back at Jonah again and I'm like, hey, you want to ride this again? He's just like, sure, why not? Let's do it. So we go back all the way to the beginning and ride all over again. So we go back to the bus. The door is open. We hop on. And then all of a sudden, everyone in the bus starts clapping. We're like, what the heck? Why is everyone clapping on this bus? One of the teacher pulls us aside and starts yelling at us. Everyone has been looking for the two of you for the past 20 minutes. Now everyone is late going back home because of you two. Luckily for us, all we had to do was serve a few detentions. So here's to you, Jonah, and keep on riding.
Seatbelts, everyone! Please let this be a normal field trip. With a friend? No way!
If I could describe Joe in one word, it would be thug, because some of the shit he does is a thuggish, ruggish bone and shit.
Jonah, if I described you in one word, fucking thug.
I'm sure that everyone can agree with me, or they might have even used this, but yeah, man, one word to describe you, bro, thug.
One word to describe Jonah would be music, because Jonah always knows what's popping for music.
Couldn't think of one word, but I'll say two words. Tech savvy, bro.
That word would have to be kind.
And one word to describe Jonah, I would say down, because Jonah's always down to do whatever. So, yeah.
Describe Jonah in one word. He's a sincere guy. Yeah.
What is one word to describe Jonah? I would say unpredictable.
It would be unselfish or selfless. You're always willing to give, even when you have nothing to give. Even if you have no money, you'll find something. You will give your time, your effort. Even if you're hurting, you're always trying to make other people happy.
First word that comes to mind is selfless. We always put the need of others and always ensure that everybody is enjoying themselves, and just we always go out of our way to make sure they are happy.
Is if I had to describe you in one word, I will probably say, Jonah, you are a very generous person. You're always giving to everybody, never taking, and just want everybody to always have a good time.
Jonah was very clumsy, funny. There's more than one word to describe Jonah. He's one of a kind. He is a very kind-hearted person. Just genuine, just one of the greatest guys I know.
I am your father. Not your mother, your father. I say that because Jonah, the one word that describes you when I think of you is ingenious. When you say shit like that, it makes me fucking laugh. It's fucking hilarious saying some of those words in that odd, weird context where I'm like, shit, who would have thought of something like that? No one. Only fucking Jonah.
One word that I would describe Jonah would be free. Laid back, he's free. Down to earth, so.
I want to put two together: loyal, loving. So he's loyal and loving, for sure.
Understanding. All jokes aside, Jonah's one of the most understanding person that I know. If you need a ear, Jonah's there to listen. Jonah, he listens to understand. He doesn't listen to respond.
I think if I were to describe Jonah in one word, it'd just be Jonah.
What's up, Thug? What can I say, man? More than 10 years of friendship, along with tons of memories that I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life. We've been through the ups and we've been through the downs and everything in between. And what amazes me is that throughout the years, we've remained the same as far as our band of brothers. And it makes me so happy to know that I'm going to have you guys behind my back for the rest of my life. And I look forward to new memories that we'll make in the future. I just want you to know that I always have your back and that I'm only one phone call away. And if I'm not physically able to be there, now you have this video to look back onto whenever you're having those hard days, those days where you just don't think you can make it. You can look back on this video to remember that you truly are a great person and that you are loved. I hope you enjoy watching this video as much as I truly enjoyed making this video for you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, a Happy New Year, all of that. Make it your best, man. I love you, and I'll see you soon.
I'm glad you were a great friend of mine, and I just hope that we get to make more memories in the future. And again, like I said, I'm just glad that you were a good friend of mine. So I hope you're doing well, and hope you have a very good Christmas.
All in all, Jonah, you did great. Keep doing you, and shit, dude, you're like I always thought, man, you're always a catch. So keep doing you. Love you. Happy holidays, and we'll see you later, man.
I just want to say Merry Christmas, and have a good day, man. Much love to both of y'all. All right.
You know, thank you. And I love you, brother. Merry Christmas.
I love you, bro. Merry Christmas, and wish you the best.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's again to everybody.
So with those, I just say love ya, and that's my video. Thanks.
Love you, Jonah.
Much love, Doug.
Love you, Thug. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Oh, by the way, don't drink the orange juice.
Ikaw ka kuya tua katuan jika kaya pojaya tokulena Mindom hong Jonah kupata sanjikana sando kata dulu kutu alena. Alright, that's enough.